Hello, woman of my dreams.
Hello, honey.
Would you tell Melissa what happened when Joy was born?
Oh, gosh. When Joy was born, I was in such intense pain that I actually lost my ability to speak. I managed to get out that I needed to push, and the nurse says, don't push. The doctor's not ready. So I'm like in agony, and I couldn't really say anything else, and finally Jason said, she needs to push. And God bless him for at least knowing that when the nurse didn't. So the nurse goes, okay, honey, if you need to push, go ahead. You know, we have a little time. So I push, and on the first push, out pops Joy on the bed.
Get out.
So I was in such another world at that point that I didn't even know she'd been born.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
In comes the doctor running into the room. The nurse is running behind him, like trying to pull the gown onto him. And he runs in and he smashes into that cart that has all the equipment on it.
Totally.
And the stuff is, the metal stuff's flying everywhere. Joy is on the bed screaming, and I just looked down at this baby that I didn't even realize had been born yet.
Yeah.
Jason always says it was like a Lucy sketch.
Yeah.
And to this day, you still can't rein Joy in, can you?
That's a good point. I didn't think of that.
Hello.
Daddy!
Hi, baby.
Hi.
You be a good girl today on the school bus, okay?
Okay.
All right, this is Joy, by the way, Melissa.
Hi, Joy.
Hi.
We're going to have a play date with Melissa's kids one of these days, okay? Melissa's got a little boy who's also 6.
She does?
Joy is my middle child. She's recently had a birthday, and so she's making her thank you cards. And I discovered that she is drawing little pictures of the things that she got.
Oh, yeah. Cute.
So that she can show that she knows what it was that,
Yeah.
So not only does she make the little picture, but she writes the words, I like it, and a big arrow pointing to the picture that she drew, and I just, that is hysterical.
That's great.
But here's the kicker of the whole thing, is that some of my family sent her checks. So she drew pictures of the checks with the actual dollar amount in there and a big arrow, and it said, I like it.
Are you excited for school, Joy?
Yeah,
You're at that school all by yourself now.
I know.
You're going to be a big girl?
Yes.
What grade are you in?
3rd grade.
Your dad's having a bit of a breakdown here, Joy. Give him a second.
You're such a big girl.
You're a gorgeous big girl, too.
Thank you.
You going to be okay without your big sister?
Yes.
I know you are because you're very smart and strong.
Thank you.
And you tell the teacher that if you need to call your daddy, you can call your daddy anytime. Okay? And don't beat up any boys.
I love you, Daddy.
Bye-bye, Joy.
Bye.
Tell Melissa about the strange things that don't belong in the kids' rooms.
Joy went to kiss us goodnight. You noticed that her underpants were a bit
Bulgy.
bulgier than
Because
normal.
I was hugging her, and I felt something weird pressing on me, and I went, what in the world is that?
And you said, what's this? And I said, I don't know. And so we looked in her underpants, and there were 5 raw eggs,
Wrapped in, like, tissue.
like
Was she trying to
3
hatch
pieces of gum
3 pieces of gum.
in the wrapper.
And in a pen. In a pen. What did she say was the reason for that? Do you remember?
Because that morning for breakfast, she'd asked me to make her scrambled eggs, and I said no because it was a school day and I didn't have time. And she said something like, well, why do you even buy eggs if you won't ever let me have one? And then I guess she decided she was going to have them herself.
Actually, I would have liked to have seen that. That would have been awesome.